recorded. This is why people need to be filming with these police interactions. This is the part of the reason why I do cop watching kind of stuff. This stuff sometimes needs to be documented because either someone's gonna make a really bad statement that's gonna exonerate or help out the other party quite often. And then on top of that, the thing is, oh, we're gonna arrest you, whatever. We're gonna determine your intentions. Guess what? The act of carrying a firearm is not illegal in itself and not justification for suspicion of a detention. There is a case law on this. I think it went all the way to SCOTUS, if I remember correctly. I have to look it back up because it's been a year and a half since I last read it. But nonetheless, there is federal case law on that issue.
Yeah, I want to mention something too, is that when cops threaten people, menace them with long rifles or pistols, you can get them fired. Okay, I was the state of Missouri's star witness against Officer Ray Elbers of St. Anne Police Department in St. Anne, Missouri, and he menaced journalists with a camera the same way that this pig just aimed this weapon at this woman and then started slapping her camera. You know, so this is the kind of stuff that gets cops having their insurance bond license yanked away from them, so they can't be pigs anymore.
Yeah, it as is. When we go back, if you go back and look at it, she was already in the process of moving away from it so she can get it all in frame. Because if she's right on top of it, it's not all going to be in frame. And when you step back a good 10 feet, you can get all the stuff that's going on within frame of both the camcorder and the cell phone. The cell phones usually have a wide angle lens kind of thing, so it covers a lot larger area than a camcorder. It's very much more narrow on the view, but nonetheless, making sure you are able to get both of that in the shot, on both those cameras, is important. You got to make sure you know what your field of view is with those two things in order to do it. And she was doing exactly what she needed to do to document it, and they did not like the fact that she was going to stop and document that. She had the camera going, she had her cell phone going, and that's why that officer went up there and tried to smack both of those out of her hand, maybe damage them where they couldn't do their function anymore, because she was going to document them doing wrongdoing. And
now,
go ahead.
I recall hearing her say that you slapped the camera out of my hand, so it may have hit the ground and she bended over and picked up the cell phone. I don't know, but I saw him slap at her camera twice. Now, just to reiterate, I hope that this cop gets fired like I helped get Ray Elbers fired in St. Anne, Missouri. Like, this is just crazy. And I need to scrub through the video and go through it one frame at a time. And if that cop's finger was inside the trigger guard when he's aiming that weapon at that woman that he clearly identified, you know, he could see her point blank range holding cameras. If he would have accidentally stumbled or tripped while he had that rifle pointed at her, she could have been killed by accident.
And it makes me wonder, does this guy have any proper training to be walking with the firearm like that? Has he gone through any training on that kind of issue? Because for me, judging from the weight and all that stuff, I don't think this guy, I think this guy is just got on the force and then pegged out after he passed the physical and hasn't had to worry since, and probably doesn't even have proper, like entry training or anything like that, I suspect.
God, who knows? Like, I have a decent grasp of the way that police training works in the city I live in, and it's also radically different everywhere. Like, they go by different kind of use of force continuum models to use in their escalating the force and what's within their policy and what isn't. And it's a very complex issue because it's all different per town.
Yeah, and we'll go ahead and check out a few other things here. Well, after we're finished with this one. But yeah, and this, she got a warrant issued for her arrest because of this incident here. They issued a warrant for her arrest because of this incident, for obstructing a police officer. That is very important. And we're almost done with this. We're at pretty much the 3-minute mark of a 5-minute video here. So.
No, sir, that's still extremely close. Actually, she's on video sticking back 3 times. As long as she's not armed, I'm not worried about it. Step up, step up, step up. Screw my unit. Can I lay you down? No, sir, no, city business out here is closed. City ordinance violation. Oh, on the sidewalk? No, you were in the parking lot when we rolled up, sir. Okay.
fucking jackasses.
Yeah, Joanna, I love you. I think you're amazing. Like, you know, I would like to aspire to have your courage, and that's all I got to say about this.
Here, Meg.
All right, they took Jack. They took Jack, guys.
Now I ask you, everyone, they drove off. At one point, did she interfere with the officer's ability to do an arrest? Tell me, at what point?
No.